Hi folks, and thanks for joining me. It's time to unveil this little mystery project I started working on in late fall, early winter, and kick things off doing some breadboarding, as you can see there in the picture-in-picture. A couple ICs, just a few caps and resistors, a very simple circuit. But I've built a few prototypes now, and I thought I'd show you the last prototype that I built and demonstrate the usefulness of the circuit as well. Here's a look at the circuit. You can see again I mentioned I used some prototype boards just to build everything, and the reason for that was to try to optimize the layout, and I think I've got things for the most part the way I want it. There's two integrated circuits that are part of this, and again I mentioned we'll go more into detail in future videos on the design should you choose to build one of these at home for yourself. I've got the gain control here, which serves as a gain and volume control, so it's a dual potentiometer. They work together. The on and off slide switch here. I've got an additional gain switch here on this side. And everything is powered from a 1200 milliamp hour lithium battery, and it's placed underneath the circuit board. And I think you guys that watched the maybe it was the first or second video, I had a small red LED on the circuit board. I've since elected not to do that, and I've moved that to the end of the vial. And I think the giveaway now, and you guys can see what this is, I've got a small LED running at about 15 milliamps. And you can see the RF or audio probe here. So what I've constructed here is just a simple signal tracer that you can build just for a few dollars at home. And I tell you, it works really well. I've tried to match the performance of this unit and make it equal to my Heathkit signal tracer, and I'm fairly close. You can see I've got a small AM radio here laying down on the workbench. Let me just probe around in no particular area. We'll start here at the speaker, volume control, and just work back toward the RF section. And that would just, kind of give you an indication of how useful this could be for you if you elect to build one yourself. The other beauty of this as well, there's no switch to select between audio and RF. I've done the design where you can just work both with no switch. The only switch again would be switching in more gain should you need it. So let me kick the light off up here. And I'm not in a dark room. You can see I've got some ambient light coming in, but you can see the power of the LED light as well. So that would help if you're probing around in some areas it's kind of difficult to see. So I think that adds some value for sure. And that's a better design versus wasting a couple milliamps of current with a red on-off indicator here at the top. Let's start over here at the speaker itself, and I'll go back to the volume control, and I'm going to just actually connect the probe here. I've got one side going to ground, and we'll just hit some of these resistors and transistors along the way and just work our way back toward the RF section of the radio itself.
Even more directly has to deal with Fletcher Cox, but Joe Tooney is available for the...
I'll move back over here to the volume control itself.
If you want to see him solve the Rubik's Cube in like a minute while explaining what he's doing, go to his Twitter account.
Here's a couple resistors right here in this area that I'm going to go ahead and just attach to. Turn this back up.
It was earlier this season. 1-800-849-2761. All right, last chance for your phone calls on the NFL.
This transistor, I believe, resides in the audio side, and this is a resistor here that attaches to it. Let's turn this up.
Those details at a press conference next hour. ACC, which also includes and Louisville.
Here's a transistor over here on this side. I'm going to just randomly select one of the leads.
Let's get kinky. Well, let me have it. We're in your face. I just like to do it.
So you can hear there the gain itself and the performance of the unit. Here's another transistor as I continue to work myself back toward the RF section.
Head to Twin Peaks, the ultimate sports lodge.
So I think this gives you an indication of how useful this can be. You guys stay with me. It may be a week or so before I have an opportunity to produce another video to go into the schematic and the layout itself due to some other priorities. But I appreciate you watching this. Hopefully you'll find it helpful or useful if you elect to build one for yourself. Again, a little small DC powered signal tracer that seems to have pretty good performance. Now, I also tested this on a tube radio and it worked really well. And in one of my future videos we'll pick up and I'll do some probing. I may try to borrow that radio back that we had in that little small portable radio stand and just kind of compare the Heathkit signal tracer to this from those starting out with the plate of the output tube and work ourselves back so you guys can kind of gauge the performance of this portable device against the Heathkit signal tracer. Thanks again for watching.
Defense or specialty. A fairly. Thank you.